about the expectations from pregnancy to delivery, and suddenly you are told your child has a medical condition you cannot come to terms with. Hello and welcome to Total Living. Our focus today is on cerebral palsy. My name is Lina Oyi. Don't go away, let's take a break. I'll be back. What is cerebral palsy?
Basically, cerebral palsy is a non-infective, non-contagious condition which can occur in newborns and children up till 3 to 5 years of age. And it occurs because of motor, or that is the muscle problems or the muscle development problems in a child. It can occur either before, when the mother is pregnant, during pregnancy due to any reason in her pregnancy, or it can be at the time or just before her delivery, at the time of the delivery, or if any condition happens to the baby, generally up till 3 years of age, then we land up in problems what we call as cerebral palsy. It's a physical, motor, developmental disorder.
Palsy is a developmental problem that actually occurs to our children. Most of the causes are not very clear, but some of the causes that are identified by UCA personnel are due to metabolic disorders. For example, if there is brain damage due to obstruction of labor, a woman is having labor for 5 days, 4 days, she has not delivered, and they are not taking her for cesarean section. There is a disparity between the pelvis of a woman that is a bit short sometimes, occasionally, and the head of the baby. So the baby cannot come out. When the baby finally comes out, it causes cerebral palsy because there is damage in the brain of the child. Most of the time, if there is cerebral palsy, it is due to damage in the brain. And that is the reason why the child will come out with so many reasons.
What are the causes of cerebral palsy?
And the common causes of cerebral palsy, like if a mother during her pregnancy suffers from any infections like toxoplasmosis infection, syphilis, or any German measles, or she has been exposed to certain medicines or irradiation, then the baby who is born can suffer from cerebral palsy. But the very common causes that we see daily in our practice are generally preterm babies or low birth babies, generally below the weight of 1.5 or 2 kg babies, whose developmentally brain is not developed properly, and who develop or suffer from oxygen deficiency or hypoxia.
When you talk about the preterm baby, what are you saying? The common man, what do you mean?
By preterm babies, I mean babies who are not born at the right time, that is after 38 weeks of pregnancy. Preterm babies who are born of less gestation or less dates, that is less than 34 to 35 weeks of pregnancy, and whose weight is less than 2 kg. Those are the preterm babies. A normal full-term baby, generally a mother delivers at 38 weeks, and her weight should be at least more than 2.5 kg. So babies who are smaller or younger or lesser weight than this are more prone, have more chances of developing cerebral palsy.
Another reason could be due to infection. If there is any infection in utero, we call them touch complex. If there is any infection, whether it is bacterial, whether it is viral in the utero, or a woman is having one infection, the child can come out with cerebral palsy, it would affect the brain. And then some other reason could be trauma. If a woman is pregnant and she had an accident, trauma that affects, that maybe she fell on the stomach, it can affect the brain and can cause cerebral palsy within the womb of the child. Before the child comes out, it will have cerebral palsy. Another thing that may lead to cerebral palsy is severe jaundice. That is the reason why you see that when a woman gives birth to a child, if they show yellowness of the eyes or the body, will lead to what we call canicterus and will lead to what we call cerebral palsy. I will tell you, in cerebral palsy, the child developmental milestones are all drained. Sitting will be between 4 to 6 months. The child will not even sit till around 2 years. Or the developmental condition, the limb, will be deformed. The child cannot even say mama or baba at the same time, like other colleagues at the same age. The child could not do anything. So to carry out, to see a child with cerebral palsy, it is really a pity for any woman that has cerebral palsy. It's difficult management for a doctor.
What is the effect of this cerebral palsy? Does it have effect on the children or the mothers?
No, the effect, the mothers do not suffer anything, they deliver their baby, but the definite effect we see on the babies. Like, how do we pick up cerebral palsy? When a baby is born, every baby looks normal at that stage. But as developmentally, as you keep a routine follow-up, when normally a baby should start smiling, he smiles late, when he should start holding things in front, or what we call grasping objects around 4 months of age, he doesn't do that properly. When normally a baby at 3 months of age should start holding his neck, he doesn't hold properly. So that is an indicator that there may be something wrong with this baby, and a proper follow-up and developmental milestones should be recorded on these babies, so that we can pick up and treat accordingly.
The passion you have, what made you want to create awareness for children with cerebral palsy?
The boy lying here is Aondufa Joshua Aondufa Njura. He was born precisely on the 18th of January 2007. But before he was born, I had another daughter that was born on the 22nd of August 2005. When we get back to her, we noticed that she was not breathing well. But we thought she had issues with breathing. So we moved from hospital to hospital until we got to know that the brain was not well developed and she had cerebral palsy. So while she was still alive, we had Aondufa. So at that time, we had 2 children with cerebral palsy, a girl and a boy. So that is dead now, and Aondufa. So back home, we got so many advices. These children are snake incarnates. These children are evil spirits. Kill these children. Throw them away. Take them to this place. Take them to this place. Even from people that are supposed to be Christians, we got all sorts of advice. But I told myself that if I died on that delivery couch, I won't be alive today to talk about these children. If God protected me, if God brought these children. And I even say that it's against the order of creation. How can a man give birth to a spirit? How can a human being give birth to a dog? So we had them that it wasn't easy having 2 children that could not walk, could not sit, because at each point you needed to have somebody at home. Even getting someone to look after them wasn't easy, because nannies too will come and say, oh, what kind of child is this? And then back home too, the advices and the stigmatization and all whatnot. These children are not human beings. These children they are going to bring ill luck. And for me as a mother, I was even what do I say, harassed. I was harassed. I've gone through a lot, like family members, in-laws saying, if my husband is well gone, who will take over the family if I'm giving birth to these spirits? Or explain where you got these children from, and things like, since you refuse to kill these children, if you have 20 other children after them, that's still going to come out like this.
A father, you have a child with cerebral palsy. How do you feel about his child?
I feel very sorry for what happened to my child. Actually, what happened to him happened on the past day, since the day he was born. And it happened due to the negligence of the doctor's care. When his mother went for antenatal and when she was in labor, she was immediately taken to the hospital, named Specialist Hospital in Sokoto. While she gave birth to the child after suffering for a long labor. and the doctors did not mind to examine the child and know whether the child is fit or not. Later they don't give us a certificate telling us that the child is physically alright. After 1.5 year, we come to realize that the child is having some mental problem. He was immune in his time at the past time. We noticed some problems in him when he was 1 year and a half. We carried him to the hospital, teaching hospital, where they told us the problem. The problem is in his brain. Of course, because of his difficulties the mother suffered during the birth. And then he has been suffering with after several ICT scans and a lot of scans, so there is nothing they can do.
The father of 4, 2 with cerebral palsy and 2 other normal children. Well, as a father, I have come to know and believe that children are a blessing from God. So having a CP child is just normal, like every other child, except that they come to us in a special way. Taking care of them is a bit difficult, but then they are our own, and so we have to treat them like every other normal child.
Now, when you had a first one and the second one, the society, your friends, what were the impressions like?
The part of the country I've come from, this type of children are considered as snake incarnate, and the society frowns at it, and what they normally do is they are either buried alive or thrown into rivers, which is something I and my wife refuse to agree. So we took care of our children. Though at the age of 1 year, 8 months, the first one died. The second one is still living. He's about 6 years plus now.
He's 11 years old.
11?
11 years old. Now in India, a lot of things have been done to him.
Have you seen improvement?
Improvement. The child now is trying to learn, notice what he wants and what he knows, what he is trying to notice. If you call his name, or you will see any sound, he notices things, he look at things the way you see him. If you pass through him, you will see it. Now there are a lot of improvements. Now the only remaining thing for us is teaching, talking, a lot of things that he is supposed to learn when he was 2 years or 3 years, what we are going to suffer in teaching him now.
If he's hungry, what does he do?
If he's hungry, he will start chewing his hand, showing that he wants to eat something. If he sees food, he will just go to eat.
Okay. What about when he wants to ease himself? What does he do? Okay, he hasn't learned.
That one, you know that you need to notice that you feel comfortable. You feel uncomfortable. Then you know that something is happening, then you take him and eat it.
Okay, what happened to the leg?
Physiotherapy exercise, advise us to put him so that he learns how to walk properly without any difficulty.
Okay, so that he learns how to walk.
Yeah.
This one must remember that cerebral palsy is not because of only the mother's fault, or it is not because of the father's fault. It is actually nobody's fault. It is just the bad luck that the baby suffered from, or the mother had some illness, or the baby suffered from infection or some oxygen deficiency. So, if it is very easy to blame someone or the other, but it does not help out in any way. Because by just saying that it is the mother's fault, it does not stop or end the problem. It has to be for any baby or any child to be treated with cerebral palsy, it has to be a complete family support. Because this treatment of cerebral palsy, when it starts, it does not show any results in 1 or 2 days. It is an ongoing treatment process which includes physiotherapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, water therapy, and special schooling therapy. So till a mother does not have, I don't say even father support, I mean it's the whole grandparent support, it's the whole family support which is important, and that is by one very important way in which we can only help a child with cerebral palsy.
Can you give me 5? Give me 5. Wow. Beautiful. How are you? How are you? What's your name? Okay. Have you eaten? Have you eaten? Have you eaten food today? Okay. Give me 5. Wow. Are you happy? Could you please explain to me the role you're playing, and also as a physiotherapist, what are the chances of this treatment effects that it will have on the child?
I give physio exercises to the children you see here, and almost all of them are affected by cerebral palsy. If you might have known, I would let you know that cerebral palsy is a damage in a small part of the brain which affects the functions of the parts of the body. And looking at the boy beside me here, Isaiah, who is 11 years old. 11-year-old child should be working, should be going to school. Some are even in secondary school, but you can see him only sit. And part of his bodies are not functional. Why? Because the part of the brain that has been tampered with is responsible for the function of this part of the body. As a result of being affected by the part of the brain that controls this part of the body, you can see that the left hand side here is not functioning very well as the leg. That tells you that he is affected hemiplegically. That is, one part is affected. There are those that all parts of the bodies are affected, particularly the upper and the lower limbs, which we call quadriplegia. But for him, the right hand side and the right leg are a bit functional. And so we say he's hemiplegically affected. He has a speech problem. As you can see, when you talk to him, he doesn't respond. He is understanding you very well. He hears very well. He understands, he sees. But for him to voice out what is his intention, he will not be able because the problem has occurred there in the brain. What I do to them is to ensure the exercise of all the joints of the body. You know, you as a normal person, if you abandon any part of your body for very long, it will not work again, it will not be functional again. As a result of abandonment of the part of the body in them and being affected from the brain, which make them not be able to use it, it contracts. The contractures now, the part of the body become stiff, and as a result, they will not be able to even use it, even if their hand or leg should have been functional. So I do exercises to ensure that the stiffness is broken and the flexibility is now allowed in the joints. That will now grant them to also come back to function better, even though they cannot come back to function 100% good, but it will be better than to have abandoned like that. When Isaiah is hungry, he cries. When he's crying, you will know that he's hungry. Like when he wants to stool, sometimes you will see him become restless. He will be rolling this side and that side, but sometimes he will just be quietly and he will defecate inside his clothes. And that is why, as you see him, he is worn pampers.
Tell me, what is your name?
Tekuma.
Tekuma. Okay? Give me 5. You're a good boy. Okay? If you want to eat, what do you used to tell mommy? You want food? What do you tell mommy? Tell me.
I want food.
You want food? If you want to wee, what do you tell mommy? You wee. Yes. And if you want to poo-poo, what do you tell mommy? You poo-poo. You tell mommy you poo-poo? You're a good boy. Give me another 5. If you want to come down, what do you do? Can you come down? Come down, let me see you. Can you come down from the... Come down, let me see you. I want to see you come down. Come down. Can I help you come down? You can come down. Come down. His leg. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can sit down. Can keep you on the bed. Okay, give me another 5. Chakum. I love you. I love you.